Well, I
Okay,
think
but yeah.
something we could do is definitely explore that. Also, Marble, are you gonna hop into the Roll20? You good?
I mean, at this point, you could probably watch through Twitch if I don't know what device you'd
No,
be
I have
on.
seven, I believe.
Yeah, do you have a computer right now, or is it just by your phone?
I'm on my phone because
Oh,
I'm going over to my computer soon, but I'm in my phone because I just woke up.
I doubt
That's
I can
fair.
help, but what was up with your computer?
I think the fan is busted.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
not sure about it.
it's overheating or something?
Yes,
Hey,
big.
Ugh.
it's rough. Well, um, prop it up, get some airflow, and
Definitely. See, this is why
is
I
it a
prefer
laptop or a
desktops. I
PC?
have much fewer problems.
Yeah.
so right now, Charon is kind of conflicted because he wants to explore that ruins because that's also interesting. And on the other hand, he also wants to, I guess, gain more information about these tribes. He doesn't know what to ask.
Well, it's worth asking if they would mind if we come back and hang out with them and trade with them a bit more.
At this point, Korax kind of returns, and he hurries over with one of those sticks with the rose on the end.
Oh yeah, that is like basically what a wand is. Maybe a little more carved. Like
He
from
reaches
arcs.
into a pouch that he's carrying and pulls out some thorns. These thorns are about the size of your fist,
Oh,
fairly large, and he quickly places them into the end flower bit, right? And he passes it to
yeah.
Keeper Arana, and she points over at one of the walls and presses something on the stick, and this thorn comes shooting out of it and just whack against the wall and sticks. Is this what you mean by canon?
I first off, is that like a magical thing or just like a physical thing, like a bow, pretty much?
That is a physical thing. There was no magic.
Oh, that is not what a wand is to us. However, that
Yeah,
looks like
that's what a
something we
cannon
can
was.
use.
That is similar.
I mean, it would certainly be more effective than nothing I've got.
Yeah, we can definitely use one of those. I suppose we can, when we're done here, we can look for someone who's like, I guess, making and selling those, and we can figure out how to barter with them.
Well, it's bears asking, given they've got this rogue problem, and we're probably going to try to help, if they would be willing to offer some of those and other goods and services as we get rid of their rogue problem, or at least attempt to.
I guess I do relay that.
Okay. She says, Isn't that what you intended to do in the first place? I mean, we are quite willing
Yeah.
to trade multiple weapons, items, and alchemical goods to you, should you offer to help. We will only
Sure.
trade with you a little bit at a time until you do more tasks for us, but over
That's
time we
fair.
will understand that you plan to work out ahead of time. This is what we do with our own people. Those in the orchard are trusted with many such goods as they tend to work in a dangerous area.
So what she's basically saying is I can just take one, as long as I like kill things with it.
Um, Not so much this wand, but perhaps other weapons that they have.
Yeah, that's fair.
She does mention that the ones are rather few in number, and so that they would be one of the harder things to borrow.
I mean, it's bears trying to convince, though. If we can explain to them basically, hey, we're going to have a much better time getting rid of your rogue problem if we, have any means to do damage.
I have a means to do damage, it's just not very reliable.
I have the means to make something more incapacitated so it's easier to do damage to without getting killed yourself.
But
Well, may we
do have,
offer you the chance to talk to Obolos? He is our alchemical goods master.
I'm convinced that they get their thorns the size of your fist from this flower that has thorns, which are fists.
Very creative interpretation.
I do like the drawing. I was kind of watching as you did it.
I do ask if like bartering is a possibility. Like if you have, like, I guess the term is like a pawn shop where you can just like sell things, because I do have like a bunch of random garbage on me that I can get rid of.
They are quite pleased to trade goods for goods, and this is at any place. They will accept copper coinage for much, though. At least most of the shops will. The
So
main
a
place
big
copper
re-
coins are used is primarily for food stalls, though.
I vaguely remember them having some sort of generic beast of burden. Um, I'm wondering a bit if we'd be able to get one of those in like a cart or something, so those of us with 0 strength can actually carry things.
That would be too easy.
He doesn't even relay the information. Okay.
I would.
There's like
I the ability to speak.
your only use is to translate. Do it.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, we can try to just charades this, but it's not going to turn out well.
I don't know. Give me your best charades. Charisma check.
I'm
Uh,
gonna help out.
Darn it, I
I'll-
haven't put a
I'll
rank
roll yours as an
into
assist.
acting yet.
Assist, yeah.
Yeah, let me just throw a straight charisma, I guess.
That's my assumption.
Cool. 7.
So Kobe did not assist, sadly, but you kind of got a conveyance of something. She knows that you want something to do with an orc. Did not catch what you meant for it to do. She
Sharon
does-
sighs and says they want to know if we can get like one, like an orc. And do you know what a cart is? Like a thing that those things pull.
Yes, there are carts that orcs can pull.
Okay, cool.
My character
Uh,
is going to charades this as well.
Yeah, I rolled for you. You did badly.
Yeah.
Sharon asks if I can
You got a 4.
receive one of those because some of us are weak little babies and need it, me included. He doesn't
Just
say we're
translate.
weak little babies.
I mean,
He does
they,
say we may need it.
they understand that that's what you want, and say orcs are relatively cheap. They breed quickly, and they have plenty to spare. Carts are a little bit more dear near to them, but perhaps
Sounds
selling
right.
packs that the orc could carry would be
Yeah,
easier.
That
say
works
that.
too.
All right.
So, I guess we ask in return for like just I guess killing as many rogues as we come across, if we're able to like just have some orcs with packs to carry our stuff.
She is quite willing to give you one of the orcs. Packs for it would definitely, you would need to bring back proof of kills soon for those.
Well, I can't
Should you
hear
want
kills.
much else? Oh no, they would give you the packs, but you would have to give something tangible back to them soon, as opposed to later.
Well, I do have some garbage on me. I can like offer. Do they know what a candle is?
You know, you say that, Laser. That nearly killed one of my players last time.
What? Wait, what?
The stampede.
What did they say? Vibrator?
No, they caused a stampede on accident and nearly got killed by it.
Don't worry, guys. I'm stampede immune.
I don't think the
Look,
rest
I
of the
didn't
party
take
is.
this- I didn't take this profession for no reason. I know how to handle herds of animals.
Okay.
No, I took my
so-
linguistics for no reason because I was just gonna learn the language instantly.
You know, I still feel bad about that, but you were the one that was sarcastic and told it you loved it.
Yeah. What's the problem with that? I was trying to be a comedic relief. Now I
Uh,
got cursed.
Yeah, well, when the whole party's comedic relief.
That's
Did we
just a
throw out
sad
Sharon?
after effect.
Sure, throw me out and see how the hell you communicate.
Charades
Please,
clearly
You
are
can
great at it.
level up, and then you can throw me away.
That's right.
Which is charades harder.
All right. So back on point. I believe you were asking for Orc Pack. They simply ask that you kill 6 to 7 rogues to pay up for that.
So
And
far,
should you be
we've
needing
mustered
anything else,
0.
it's just a few more. Is there anything specific you're looking for, be it armor, weapons?
I guess armor for the. What were you, cleric?
I think we already got her a bit of armor.
I got a breastplate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Breastplates aren't bad, right?
I
No,
don't
they're
really
not
need
bad.
anything.
Yeah, I mean, as far as basic equipment, we're doing all right. And we've got like a place to sleep. We might want to furnish it a bit, but honestly, we've got a base of operations. We've got basic equipment. Our main focus at the moment should be trying to, given the reliability of boats on this island, see if we can't sort out some other means. Supposedly there were some magical life creating beings on this island before. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hear me out. We need to get off this island at some point. Big cannon.
hear me out.
Yeah.
Supposedly, the guys that were here before, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly, they could freaking create life. Do you think they can't create something that can fly us off this island, or
Can't create boats.
like a giant turtle or something that we could ride off?
Give
What
me...
we do is
Who
we
has
find
knowledge
out the
Shaper?
technology they had, we find out the means they had to create life. We find a way to get some of that ourselves, and we make ourselves a living, breathing boat or whatever.
Wait, was I supposed
I
to roll
has
Shaper?
The
knowledge
word
Shaper?
create life. Too literally. Fuck you.
I guess he asks me, and then I roll knowledge Shaper.
Basically,
I was asking who has it
I
because I
don't-
don't remember.
I mean, I don't.
Fair enough. Clearly
But
wasn't
yeah,
talking to
something
your
I'm
character.
saying in a language these guys don't understand
Yes.
to the party.
Groovy.
Clearly in a way that is not to convey to these guys.
I'm
I
gonna
know
do
these guys
very
What's
badly
up?
with this. But let's try it.
So wait, what's going on?
I'm sure you were
Trying
thinking,
to draw a
alright,
thing.
Oh.
I was trying to lead you on thinking I was saying something about like, oh, so they must have a teleport. Nope. I want to create life. I want to play God until we make ourselves a living boat.
I also have an idea. Let's keep finding those canisters, stack them onto
Jeez.
one guy, ignore the body horror, and then just have him have like infinite strength.
Yeah.
Could
Just
do so.
put
swim.
all of your skill
One
into the
guy.
swim stat. Just put all of your skill into the swim stat, and we will just ride you to safety.
No, I'm not it. I called not it.
You call not it, huh?
This is
I
with this being a
sacrificed
class skill.
myself for the group.
Thank you. This is with that being a class skill. I rolled a 4 on swim. This
This
should
is the last
explain.
attempt. Just grab all the canisters when you can and don't use them.
Chuck.
Okay,
and
so
then sag them all when we're done with this fucking shit.
I guess
I'm
what we do.
Jiffy
If
Pop.
you will
Is that
look
Jiffy
in
Pop?
the upper right, Groovy, your knowledge Shaper
Yeah.
check makes you remember a story that Shapers would travel to the various locations they had through many different creatures. But they did have this one that was able to be used as a boat. It seemed to be a kind of reptile that could swim and had a very wide back, wide enough for things to be carried on it, including people.
Yeah, so we just find a way to get one of those, like controller or whatever.
So by creating sea creatures, they were able to pretty much move around.
Yeah, someone's got a better version. Alright, well.
Why didn't you just say that it was a wood version of that lizard?
Because I didn't know about this lizard. Then now I ask if they have a wood, if there are any of those kinds of animals around, like ones that could
So you
swim
do
us
ask
away.
about that creature, now that you're reminded of it. We haven't seen any of those in many, many years.
Well, we're fucked.
No, this is why you go to the ruins and graph. Surely they've got something left over.
Let's see if they've got
Well,
free
don't call
willy.
it Shirley. All right, I'll stop.
Yeah. Look, I appreciate the reference, but so no, it isn't completely lost. Still.
That's fair.
Also, I'm just convinced you drew like old school Jiffy Pop thing.
Jiffy Pop thing.
Oh god, I thought that looked familiar.
Could I make an origami paper boat?
Yes, it gets wet and sinks. Congratulations. Go on, jump on it before it's done.
You've killed us.
All right.
I just have a slice of paper in my pocket.
So here comes my next question: is there anything else they could trade you?
I think just the. I keep forgetting what they're called. This is why my character is writing them in their journal. What was the beast of burden's name?
An ornk. I will type
Ornk.
that. Ornk.
We'll call it an oink.
They
There we
suspect
go.
it's
I
just a
finally wrote
language
that.
difference for you.
Okay, so they're going to give us an ornk in like packs for the ornk, and then we will bring them back, like, I guess, proof that we've killed so many of the
Creatures,
things.
yes. About 6 to 7 creatures would do.
It sounds like a lot, considering you told us that the one we found was like CR4.
The one that you have found was a CR4, yes.
Alright, so we...
There are others.
Could they at least give us like a lead on worse like places where these guys have been seen before, so at least we
They
are.
say
fire
there are
usually
rogues
travel.
everywhere. However, Keeper Urana turns to Korax and asks, are there any specific ones you know of that we need to get rid of soon? And he's
Preferably
thinks for a
super
moment.
weak ones.
As far as that goes, no one relayed super weak ones. But he does mention a couple to Charon. Charon, you learned that there are 2 of these dog-like acid-spitting rogues somewhere north of the orchard. No one has seen, but no one has seen where they live, but they have seen them retreat in that direction after stealing food.
How many 8-year-old serviles can it kill?
How many 8-year-olds?
This is more specifically 12-year-old, not 8-year-olds.
12-year-olds, my bad.
Okay.
I'm kidding. How strong are they, though?
How strong are they? They tend to be more ambush predators. They probably could win in a fight if they had to, but it is not their primary means. They usually try to ambush and kill.
Well, be prepared for an ambush. That's a good thing, though.
The other creature he describes as being rather large, has been known to stand on its back legs and roar at people. Rather intimidating, bulky, muscular creature. There seems to be at least one of them that raids the orchard and then retreats south towards the basically a gap between 2 rivers.
Let me counter
Arana
intimidate.
speaks
are you
up
gonna-
and says, do you mean towards the old school area?
What?
And he says, yes, towards the old school. And she says, I believe I marked it on the map. And she points at the ground that she kind of had roughed out a map of the island. So she is speaking of directly over here. Somewhere in that direction is one of these creatures. Yes.
Near the star.
Yes, in that direction.
Alright.
Not specifically at that star, but in that way.
My character stares dumbly, but like, she hopes that she could understand soon enough. But like, right now she's just fucking around and just being the bodyguard.
Can we just go find some crabs to kill so we can level up?
Yeah, let's head back
Too
towards
bad.
the beach and the shipwreck. Get some stuff that's drifted up on shore. Investigate.
Did any of you
This
still
guy
want to
in the
move to
meantime.
the old port area?
Well,
Unfortunately,
they
just no, right?
drifted up around this, right?
Huh?
Like we woke up on the shore near this, right?
You woke up kind of over here, yes.
Yeah. So here's just a thing to do for the time we're doing it. We go in like towards this direction, just wipe out any rogue guys we see, though taking a note of where other ones might be. We head back to the shore, we look for shipwreck debris, pick up any sort of bits of sail or whatever we use to make those makeshift shelters that we aren't going to have, just so we have something to do things with. And who knows? Maybe we'll find like some bodies with valuables washed up on, or like a pack or something. That's where stuff would wash up.
Actually, that is a good idea.
Yeah,
But,
and
like,
we get to investigate this and see if we can't, find something potentially more useful than these guys have to offer.
all right,
Fair.
so with that in mind, I feel like the best route we can take is probably like, since we're here, right? We can probably just like go along this way, along the beach, and then we can come back over to the ruins.
Yeah, it seems fair.
Well,
Yeah.
at this point, I would state that you are more over here. Like this is the building area where Chloe was and whatnot. And you come out over at that teal part. Okay? Yes.
All right.
So,
but before we go, I
from
do
there,
want to like,
there's
thank-
a edge of a forest to your west, and you could always head out that direction.
That could be a good idea. Before we go, though, I do thank the Seeker for helping us out, and tell her yeah, I tell her that.
She says, "Do be careful while hunting north and into the woods from the orchard. It's a dangerous area."
You got it. So she's gonna give us an orc with some packs. How many pounds can that hold?
About 100, 120, somewhere in there.
Hell yeah.
Let's roll.
As the party mule, I shall carry on.
Let me-
You'll carry the orc.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Let me figure out
Yes.
this thing.
No.
Hold on.
I just
Let
thought
me
it was
figure
an
out what
item.
this
I'm
thing's
sorry.
strength. So these guys are, quadrupedal, presumably large.
Unfortunately, you got a rather weak orc.
Now,
I'm
hear me
mad.
out.
It can
Hear
only
me out.
carry 40
Are
pounds.
these 40 pounds? No, hear me out. So these are large creatures, yes?
Yes.
Okay, quadrupedal
Yes.
and 40 pounds.
Sadly.
This thing has a strength score of 1. Literally, you're saying it has a strength score of 1.
I rolled D100 plus 20.
Less than 1. No, less than 1. Because
Okay.
it's times, it should be times 8 of whatever its strength score is. Like times 8 from strength score of whatever it's lifted.
I prefer it without the dice rolling at this point, because I really do want it to be like 100 to 120 pounds. So maybe we'll just start at 100 and then roll a d20 to be more specific. That's better. 118 pounds is what it
yeah.
can carry.
I'm going to immediately start dumping some of my shit onto it the moment we get a chance.
It's also rather large and looks very meaty.
Alright, it has somewhere between 4 and 5 strength.
Good enough. I'm happy with it. It's free.
This thing's weaker than we are.
It is
Beggars can't be
very,
choosers,
very
huh?
big. Like, you could
Yeah, it
definitely
spends
butcher
all
this
its
thing
time
and
on the
feed
couch looking at a
people for a
screen.
while.
That hits too close to home.
Ouch.
I know. Look, it felt like the sort of thing that needed to be said. Look, if you can't be critical of yourself,
Jeez.
Whatever, free carrying space is free carrying space.
Yeah?
As long as I can hold my hammer, pythons, and grappling hook, I'm fine.
okay. If it was as it was described before, the general description would be less than the thing described as needs help to stand and could be knocked over by strong breezes.
Fucking disabled.
This thing's friggin' Monty Burns
All right,
over here.
let's go with this. The bags will fall apart if they carry more than that.
Just call it a young creature and just have it not be large. Like, have it be medium, and that makes it a lot easier
Oh,
for
is
you.
that your? Oh, okay. I didn't realize you meant that. I meant it's larger than a pig. So it is a medium-sized creature. Yes.
Okay, there. So that halves it, and then it's
Yeah, it's not
Wonderful.
large. I didn't realize that's what you meant. Okay,
yeah.
my bad.
And that brings it up to roughly 9 strength, which is almost reasonable.
Don't
For
fight.
attack
There's
animal.
Fight him
18.
that feeds you.
Yeah, no, I'm well aware. Don't get me wrong.
There's gonna
I'm
be
just
certain
trying
point
to
where
make
Sharon
this
stopped
cool.
relaying, you're complaining.
I know.
Just like it's not free things.
And the
Nah,
pack is
wine,
honestly what it is.
wine.
If it was a cart,
Uh.
it would be able to carry more. The packs are decent quality. They're not the best.
Yeah.
So how exactly do they want us to prove that we've killed all the things?
Korax recommended bringing back heads.
What if the head is removed? Like, thoroughly?
Or if the head no longer exists?
Yeah, what if we start using cannons and we're just headshotting things?
Just cut off his finger or hand or whatever.
I'm sure they all have fingers.
Yeah,
Whatever, it's
there,
established.
let's get a human
arms.
earlobe.
A jawbone. Bring back the same foot. So if it's a left foot, bring back your left foot.
Some
We've been in this
uniform
room for an
body-
hour.
A uniform, we can tell that it's not from the same creature.
Alright, guys. No, it's good.
Perhaps tails. We can
Yeah.
bring back the tails.
We'll do that. We'll just yank off the tails like a squirrel.
For whatever
And let's
reason.
just slide hand that tail off. And
There's now a bunch of hounds out there without tails.
Actually, yeah, we can just not kill them. We can just yoink it.
yeah, just target the tail, and then I
I'll
chase
take
it off, and we're good.
It's like Monster Hunter.
Actually, I think it would be easier to kill them because
Probably.
I do wonder how many weeks that could go on without them noticing.
We don't necessarily. Yeah, you start getting a bunch of tailless dogs running around.
That's what I'm
They're like,
saying.
wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
So we have a travel route established, and we have gotten our orc. Do we need anything else from here before we leave?
Do
And
we have
probably-
rations and stuff, or do you think just hunting will be enough?
Hunting might be enough. I can also pawn off some of my garbage for like some copper, so we can get some small foods.
Well, I think with the training and all, we all have pretty solid survival skills.
Yes.
Yeah, I have like
Especially
no
with-
points.
Yeah,
This is my
especially with like a
survival.
cleric in the party.
Oh.
Well, about that.
Like, even with
Here.
a failure,
There.
Groovy was getting an
could I
assist.
request flinch or like something along those lines?
Like a flint and steel? Oh yes, they are quite happy to pass that away.
have flint
They
and
would only
steel.
ask like some minor work around the shop at that point. Perhaps moving some
She
boxes.
just smile and nod and just give a thumbs up.
Okay.
I guess.
Sure thing, buddy.
Do you actually do the work?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, just checking.
You have
So
2
you-
party members with flint and steel, by the way.
Yeah, I have flint and steel.
Everyone
I
has flint
don't.
and steel.
I will hand you mine because I have dark vision. I don't need the light torches.
I
there.
also have dark vision. I don't know why I bought candles. I'm going to try and pawn off the candles for some copper.
Look, I have the flint
Oh,
and steel because you
they
never know when
actually
you
are
need to burn
very
stuff.
interested by the candles.
I
And
asked if they knew what the fuck a candle was earlier.
Did you? I didn't
My
hear that.
character with the new
That's probably
required.
because we keep talking over each other, so we can't
Yeah,
like.
sorry.
No,
they do
it's
know what they are,
okay.
but they don't know how to make them.
Oh, I also don't know how to make them, but I have 5 of them in my pack that I can just give them for some money.
They are quite pleased to give you almost anything in trade for candles, within reason. Like they're not going to be able to give you weapons; those are a bit too like too expensive
Damn.
comparatively. But like any
I was
kind
just
of
about to
trade
say I'll
good,
give you 5 candles for a wand.
Could we do
That's not
rations?
they would be willing to give you rations, plenty of dried meat in lieu of candles.
About how much? Like how many days worth of rations would 1 candle
Let's
get?
see here. For a person, It would be enough rations to feed them for 10 to 15 days per candle.
Jesus.
Which
that's good.
would be
About how long would this
around
trip...
2 weeks.